Welcome back to the Mountain Weekend Show. I'm your host, Chelsea Havlin, once again joined by Zandria. And this has been such a beautiful overview of all the great things that you guys have here. And now we're going to touch a little bit on events. You guys cover everything from kids events to larger corporate events, weddings. This is a really beautiful, spectacular place to hold any of those, right?
Yeah, thank you. It is a good layout for any type of event that you may be having. We're large enough that you can have over 1,000 people here at a time. There's enough parking down the road. We've had experience with small weddings to large weddings also. We have a large pavilion lawn as well as a more private lawn in the back. We've done kids events. People will bring out bounce houses and slippery slides and things like that during the daytime. We've got the playground, of course, and that's just besides all the other natural activity that you can do here during your event. Corporate retreats, a lot of people will look to the fly fishing and our fly pond for activities for corporate retreats, as well as just team building activities here on the trails around us.
Well, Zandria, what's so nice, and the first thought that comes to my mind is that it really is so close to say, Salt Lake City, and obviously Park City and other surrounding communities, and from Provo. It's so close, and like we said, such a spectacular location. You guys offer so many opportunities here. And I wanted to mention, too, along with those events, that, like, say, for a wedding, you do connect people with the various individuals and vendors that they would need help with in pulling an event off like that, right?
Sure. We have anywhere from lighting people to sound people, organizers. If you're having, if your wedding isn't one of the more simple natural ones, but you want it pretty intricate, we can hook you up with some organizers from Salt Lake or out of Park City. Definitely, we've helped people put on 3-day concerts out here. So,
Tell me how the concert setup would work. That, like we said, it's almost like you're at an amphitheater of sorts with the dam and then with the surrounding mountainside. It's gorgeous.
That's exactly what the dam does for the music down here. It's an amphitheater setup. We've had concerts out here that they have 3 stages at one time going on. So there's a big main stage on our front lawn, there's a second stage on our pavilion, and then a third stage over on the playground lawn. So it gives, people alternatives, they can bounce back and forth. And then we've got Roughing It camping. That's the only time we allow camping are for big events like that, where people will just camp down at the lower end around our fly fishing pond and up into the hills beyond. So, and then of course, the glamping or Cadillac camping, we call it. People have to stay in a cabin for it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Very good. Let's touch a little bit again on the corporate events that you can hold here. I think this is something that people often maybe don't consider when it comes to getting the employees together, having a group retreat, of course. What are the benefits of being out here in nature and really enjoying such a beautiful part of Utah and getting your employees, your business out here to kind of connect in such a serene setting?
Sure. Well, it is to have the outdoors gives a benefit over, in our opinion, of staying in a hotel or something like that, because it's just so much more relaxing. And people can walk together, they can do the biking, the hiking, things like that, where they can do, activities together, and it's just team building. We've also got the pond, which just fly fishing and corporate retreats just seem to go hand in hand. So we've got people on site that can teach them, so they can take the 2-day course together, or we can even just do a 1-day course for them. And then the next day they can go out and show the guides, that they learned how to catch a fish better than them. So
I love that. And as usual, one of my favorite things to do while I'm camping, I sit around the fire, tell stories, and cook up some s'mores. That's a great way to end your day out here.
Right, and we have everything that you can barbecue your meals out here, or we have caterers that can come out and bring you Dutch oven dinners or the classic Western barbecue if you don't want to just barbecue yourself. We've had a couple of corporate retreats that have done all the barbecuing themselves. So each they split up into groups, and everybody was responsible for their own part of the meal, and actually it was really fun. They had a band out here, and just a really relaxing time.
Very good. So if we're interested in arranging one of these retreats and making it happen and getting advice from you, since you've seen these come through these events, how do we get in touch with you guys for that?
Well, you can call us here at the campground. Our phone number is 435 654-4049. Or our website, of course, is riversedge@deerpark.com. And that's got a basic overview of our accommodations, but we're always here. You can just give us a call. A lot of us live here right on site, so we're pretty familiar with the area.
Right. And another great option too, just stop by and take a tour of the area, really, just so you get a feel of what it would be like to hold your event here. Kind of an integral part of, allowing that to be pulled off just perfectly, of getting a real, I think, feel of how it is working with you guys, because all of your staff that I've met here are just wonderful.
Yeah, that's a prerequisite. You have to be nice. Yeah, we have people that just stop by all the time, just out for a nice drive on the weekend, or they come out just to picnic and realize, wow, we had no idea you guys were down here. There are other places like this, maybe way up in the mountains, to rent a cabin. This gives you the feel that you're out in the mountains, but yet the access, like you mentioned before, is so close. Even if you had people fly in for your corporate retreat, we have a group coming this summer that's all flying in from around the world, everywhere. And we're, less than an hour away from the airport, from door to door, so.
That's perfect. When you put it in perspective like that, I think that really means a lot for those planning these types of events and making it simple to plan while also getting you out away from a civilization, I guess you could say, to enjoy nature.
Exactly, and if you've forgotten one of those important things, we've got Heber City just 5 minutes away from us, so you can run in and pick up whatever you need, or we'll run in for you,
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, Zandria, thank you for the overview on all the great events that you can hold here. So once again, if you have any questions, be sure to get in touch with them about anything that you can do and hold in terms of events right here at the River's Edge. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. When we have more from River's Edge right here on the Mountain Weekend Show.